Alright, YouTube, so I got the other side done. The only thing that sucked, I don't know how well it shows up in the camera, but the Thomas logo that was up there pulled the paint up, like hardcore. So I don't know if you can see, maybe you can. I had some white paint left over from when I tried to do the spray paint job on the Bluebird roof, so I just touched it up. It looks pretty good, you can't really tell. Bus numbers down there and on the back. The watch your step is, I was amazed at how it stuck to this texture. It really came out good. So special thanks again to the Thread and Laser Company in Houston. They're the ones that cut these for me. I'm not going to release these letters. These letters are reproductions of the slanted Thomas lettering. For those of y'all that don't know, it was one man sometime in the late 50s, early 60s, I'm not sure, and he went all the way until about 1995, 96. And any bus that came out of High Point, North Carolina got this lettering on it. Obviously, he had stencils or, some sort of template for the word school bus and, the emergency door. But I went through hundreds of pictures in the forums that I'm on of old Thomas buses to get these letters and numbers converted. So I also have the vertical ones, the vertical numbers anyways, that they did, the narrow ones. I don't have the vertical lettering because it's very close to Highway Gothic. The only vertical lettering I have is this. So with the S and the H as well. I have it in school bus. So if you do want a copy or if you want something redone with this Thomas lettering for your Thomas bus, feel free to hit me up. The lady that I work with on these is she doesn't charge very much, and I would charge a little extra just to put it together for you, get it to your spec. And I can do I have the Highway Gothic fonts, so I can do the regular Highway Gothic lettering, like what's on the Bluebirds and the Waynes and the Wards and whatnot. So I've pulled up the word diesel here. This is actually going to get redone in Highway Gothic B, which is the narrow font that the Capacity 66 is in, instead of Helvetica, just because they only use that Helvetica for a few years, and it's kind of weird why they did it. So, but I still don't have a tire for this thing yet. I'm still trying to get my hands on one. There's the emergency door lettering I did for this from the same lady in Highway Gothic C, so it's a little bit wider. That's stop sign font, whereas B is a little bit narrower. So, mud flaps. But anyway, so yeah, so we've got that Thomas logo. I'm gonna give it another week before I come back and start, trying to squeegee some of the bubbles out. Bus number there. The only thing that sucks about pulling the old numbers up and putting the newer style ones is that you get a shadow from the old numbers where the paint faded. But so, that is not mine. So some people will be asking. I know I've had lots of people ask me about, when are you going to get a 3800? When are you going to get a 3800? Never. Unless one just happens to fall into my hands that I really, really want. But my wife would kill me if I got another bus right now. So. The Bluebird's not even done yet, so a lot of you've been asking me, what are we gonna, get another bus? No. So until I get this Bluebird finished, I'm not buying any more buses, and even then, I don't know if I would want to. I mean, I pay money for these to insure them, to register them, and to store them here. They cost money. And they both need fuel right now, and the Thomas, I think, is going to need a pinion seal on its new axle. I think that the yoke has a bad seal on it. So, but for those of y'all wondering, because y'all have seen this is my buddy Kyle's bus. I know the owner. He is he's a buddy of mine from the bus forums in various places. It is a 2000 Thomas International. It has a DT466E MT643, and if you notice on the side there's a grill there. It does have air conditioning. It's fully air conditioned. It's air brakes, 71 passenger, has 3 AC units that blow ice cold. It's a great driving bus. he needs a window for it on the driver's side. I'm sure you can see. But yeah, that is from Sci-Fair ISD, where Chris Abnett's Redbird is from as well. His Chris's bus was 766. Like I said in my video with Chris, his bus was actually a kind of a test that Sci-Fair did with T444Es. They did get 545s in the smaller buses, but in the smaller buses that didn't have 466s. So when 360 came out, they started getting 360s in the smaller buses, and then they tried 444s for a little while. But if it had a 466 at Sci-Fair, it got an MT643, and that's what this guy has. So, and they started getting them in 81. So up until DTs quit being made, they bought them, and up until the MT643s quit being made, they bought them. So but that is a great running bus. So I don't know if we'll do any videos on it. We'll see if Kyle lets me, but figured since you guys wanted to see, or probably wanted to know whose 3800 that was, but we're gonna stick with S series. His bus has had a couple of electrical problems, and I do like the fact that mine don't. It's so simple with mine compared to his. So, but anyway, that's your video. All of my decaling now on the Thomas is pretty much complete. I've got one more twin stick Thomas logo that I might add by the stop sign or inside. I'm not sure yet. You know, and then you guys saw the LED dome lights last video. So that is it for now. Air conditioning, because it is hot out here. There is a good possibility that I may be scoring some secondhand air conditioning units for the Thomas. So the big problem is going to be getting compressors put on the engine. So I do have a set of decals also for the Bluebird. Geez, I'm going off on tangents like crazy. So I have roof logos. I need to paint over the existing birds, get that cleaned up first, and then paint white over them. And then I have everything else. I have the Capacity 66, I have the diesel, and I think that's it with the bird. There's really not many other decals this thing needs. I've got the Goodman logo inside. To finish this off, I need to get that piece of glass cut for the door here, because it is a tad bit too big. I need seat covers. I need to put the rest of my foams in and get more foams. I do have, you know, more of these warning light LEDs that need to go in. Three more sets. So I need to get those in, and then yeah, this thing will pretty much be closer to done, the way I like it. Then I can start playing with it more. I do need to finish painting the outside. Then I can get the second stop arm added, because it does need to get added. And I do have those turn signal lights that need to go down the side. So, but again, if you want, you know, if you like my work here and you want a sample of it, feel free to contact me if you've got a bus. If you don't have a bus, you know, these decals do cost money. I know I have a lot of children that watch the channel. So, you know, if you don't have a bus, you know, I don't have time to sit there and, you know, play let's, you know, pimp out your imaginary bus. So, but I mean, for serious people that do have buses, that do want custom decals and they don't know where to find them, I can help. Whether it's, you know, if you have something that's coming apart on the inside and you want to rejuvenate it, you know, like that guy right there, you know, I can help. So if you're restoring a bus. But anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.